Hello.
Hello, good morning. How are you?
Hi, dear. Good morning. I'm doing great. Just a little bit tired from yesterday because we went out and it's my mom's birthday celebration. So, how about you? How are you?
I'm okay.
Oh, that's really nice to hear. And how was your weekend? Where did you go and what did you do?
I went to a second-hand bookstore
Mm-hmm.
and watched a little bit about books about photography
Watch
and
it? You said watch it
um
or
look
watched?
read some of the book.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
It's okay, it's okay. You read about some books about?
Photography.
Oh, nice. And have you learned something from it?
I just spent time hanging out with my friend. It's his idea.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
It's really nice. And it's quite amazing to read books, right? Because actually that's how I learned some of the vocabularies using books.
Yes.
So, my dear,
Yeah.
do you open up the book now?
Not yet.
So, okay, please open the book first.
Sure.
Do you still have the link of the book?
No, I'm searching.
It's okay. Here, let me just send it on your Skype.
Uh, I I think I got that maybe.
Okay, there. I can see you now. So,
Okay.
my dear, before we proceed to the next topic, we will be discussing first the TOEIC answer that you have provided. And again, the question is for centuries, important parts of education have remained such as reading, writing, and maths. With the advent of computers, some people think that computer skill be made as a fourth skill to be added to the list. To what extent do you agree? So can you please read your answer for me?
Um, Hold on.
Okay, it's on page 27 though, sorry.
Well, for me, I definitely agree to add computer skills as a force.
No, my dear, it's okay without the skill. As you can see on the instruction provided, it just says computer skill.
Okay.
There, okay.
Computer skill as a fourth one. Since I was a software engineer, I believe it will be convenient for one to know how to use computer. Take my father for example. He is 65 years old. Before he knows how to use computer, all he did was watching TV at home. Now, after he learns how to use the computer and log in to the internet, he could make a lot of friends and never feels lonely ever again. As a result, I believe one should learn to use computer and it is necessary since it could make our life easier.
Okay, very good. And very good job with your answer, my dear. This is pretty amazing. So, really, your father didn't know how to use social media before.
Yes.
Oh, really? Nice. And now he has Facebook and everything else?
Previously he's using things like Line.
Ah, nice. Yeah, line. How about now?
Actually, the story is happened a long time ago. He
Mm-hmm.
already passed away, and back then, there are things similar to Line, and he's using it. He was using it.
Ooh, nice. That's really nice to hear. I haven't used Line, or should I say I did, and especially the Kakao Talk. I'm not so sure if you know that. The
No,
Kakao.
no.
Yeah, it was also a Chinese, I think, Chinese app like Line.
Yeah,
And I also used Viber before. But
a
it's
lot.
not, yeah. Viber's, I think it's the English app.
Okay.
But then it's not like Facebook or Instagram or Twitter that you can see photos unless it will be shared to you. Do you got it,
Okay.
dear?
You mean they cannot share photo on
Yeah.
your too?
Yeah, you cannot post photos on or should I say on Viber, online, and on Kakao unless someone shared a picture to you.
And that's pretty inconvenient.
Yeah, but it's okay because actually it will, keep the privacy of one another. I mean, you will not be able to push yourself to post a lot of things about you, unlike Facebook and other social media things, wherein you will be able to see all the negative things that is happening to the world, even if it is not necessary at all.
Oh, so probably it fits more what you want.
Yes, that's right, and what you prefer to see.
Yes,
Because
I
that's what
see.
Because you know what, my dear, I strongly believe that a lot of things that is happening negatively in the world is because of social media. They tend to show negative things like how on the video, how did these people kill another one, or yeah, another person. So people tend to see that, oh, this is how it is being done, so I might try to do it. And it's not very healthy at all.
Yeah.
There. So they're getting a lot of ideas on social media. Now, thank you so much for sharing that with me, my dear. I really, really appreciate it. Now, on the next page, page 28, we will be talking about another opinion sample, and it is the real risk of Chinese interference in Taiwan's local elections. So, can you please read it for me, my dear?
Sure.
Thank
The
you.
real risk of Chinese interference in Taiwan's local elections. Electoral interference is a hot topic across the world, and China is being as brazen as ever about its plan to interface in Taiwan's upcoming local election.
Okay, very good. By the way, my dear, this is interfere, not interface.
Okay.
Okay, so go ahead. Let's continue reading it.
I'm sorry, what's the word brazen?
Okay. I'm actually planning to tell you that later on because I'm collecting all the words
Oh,
that we
sure.
will be discussing.
Okay,
Okay, so we will be, discussing it later on.
sure.
Thank you. Can you please read this from the start? Taipei,
Okay.
Taiwan News.
Taipei, Taiwan News. It has been revealed this week that China's Taiwan Affairs Office, the Communist Party body, which fronts up their attempts to destabilize and eventually overthrow the democratically elected Taiwanese government, has held a conference planning on how to interfere with local elections taking place in Taiwan in 2018. At the end of the upcoming year, Taiwan will go to the polls to elect mayors and other local officials across the country. While whilst whilst these are not elections for the national legislature or the presidency, mayors and local councils in Taiwan hold considerable powers, and local elections are always viewed as a test of the popularity of the current national president local president local elections are always viewed as a test of the popularity of the current national government too.
Okay, so let's start from this part first. Can you please try to pronounce this again, my dear?
The first one is legislature.
Very good. And this one?
And the second one is councils.
Very good. Go ahead, continue reading it, my dear.
The open hostility of the communist regime in China towards Taiwan's current president and administration is clear, and it will come as no surprise that they will like to see President Tsai Ing-wen and the DPP suffer heavy defeats in these elections. But despite the flawed claims of the communist regime in China to over sovereignty over Taiwan, the conference held by the Taiwan Affairs Office on 27 December should be viewed in Taiwan and the wider world as what it is, that is, an attempt by China to interfere in elections of another country.
Okay, so, my dear, for this word, this is pronounced as sovereignty.
Sovereignty.
There, sovereignty.
Okay.
Okay.
It would not be the first time this has happened. Indeed, it has happened to a greater or lesser extent in all democratic elections in Taiwan, but in the context of the global attitude towards overseas electoral interface at that moment, their open planning about how to interfere should be provoking, much more outrageous than it so far has.
Okay. Oh, sorry, my dear. It's okay if I'll correct your pronunciation first.
Okay.
Okay, so this word, how are you going to pronounce this again?
Which one?
This.
Hold on. The connection is lost.
Oh, okay. We are on page 29, my dear. It's okay.
The word is electoral.
Very good. It should be electoral.
Okay.
Okay. This word, how are you going to pronounce this again?
Interference.
Very good. Interference. Thank you so much, my dear. Go ahead. Please continue reading it.
Sure. Let's be very clear. Elections in Taiwan are nothing to do with China and the Chinese Communist Party. They are an opportunity for Taiwanese people to exercise their democratic right to elect Taiwanese politicians to oversee and administer Taiwan. The idea that a foreign authoritarian regime believes it has the right to unduly unduly influence the democratic process in a neighboring country should anger anyone Taiwan and the rest of the world.
Okay. So again, two more words. How are you going to pronounce this again?
Neighboring
Neighboring. Very good. And this one, it's not anyone, it's
everyone.
okay, perfect. Next, electoral interference trends.
Electoral interference trends interference trends. Overseas influence in democratic elections has been very much in the news over the past year and has provoked significant public and political outrage. The election of Donald Trump as President of the United States is widely believed to have been influenced by Russian interference. There has also been claims that Russia has also been a factor in the United Kingdom's Brexit referendum and election held in Germany, Netherlands, and elsewhere.
Okay, this word, my dear, elections.
Elections.
Okay, perfect. Next.
While it has proved hard to substantiate these allegations, the evidence in the USA is especially strong, and Russia has not exactly gone out of its way to deny the allegations. It would be naive to think that China has not observed Russian actions in the US with interest and learned lessons and even cooperated with their neighbors on such strategies. While Russia is nationally democratic, the regime of Vladimir Putin is essentially a single party. Notionally,
Yeah.
essentially a single party one in this in the same style as China's communist regime, and there is significant cooperation between the two. And of course, it's not difficult for China to interfere in Taiwan's election. Many Taiwanese media outlets and businesses have Chinese ownership and already serve as mouthpieces for Communist Party propaganda. Indeed, it was apparently Taiwanese-funded business in China that were aiding in aiding the Taiwan Affair Office in its recent conference.
Okay, my dear, hold on. Just give me a very quick second. How are
Sure.
you going to pronounce this word again?
Affairs,
This one?
elections,
Very good. And this one is affairs. And this one is
outlets.
outlets. So I also notice two more words. How do you pronounce this word?
Oh, it should be same.
There, not sim. It should be same or not sam.
Okay.
One more. It is Let me just type it instead for you.
Sure.
How do you pronounce this again?
Claim.
Claim, not clam. Okay, my dear. Okay,
Sure.
cool. Thank you. Next, let's go ahead and read the next paragraph.
Many Taiwanese people also have close friends and families living in China who are likely to be sharing state propaganda with them. And there is also a sizable minority of Taiwanese people who support the Communist Party and the concept of reunification. Through in the ease with which China's cyber army can influence the online debate in Taiwan with fake news, provocative articles, and doctored options, and the military threat, which even saw missiles fired at Taiwan during the 1996 presidential elections. And there can be no doubt that Communist China poses a significant threat to electoral, 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 electoral freedoms of Taiwan.
Very good.
How to counter the Chinese threat? Given that the international communist notionally accepts China's claims to sovereignty over Taiwan, there is little prospect of any international action or even condemnation of Chinese interference in Taiwan's elections unless they turn to military action. That means that the issue is one which must be tackled head on by the Taiwanese government and its people. The government should be taking urgent steps to protect the election process from interference as much as possible. This should include closely monitoring where the funding of pro-Chinese party is originating from and ensuring that candidates with links to the Communist Party of China are not able to stand.
Okay. So for this one, my dear,
Parties,
very good. This word,
candidates,
very good. It's dates. Okay, candidates.
candidates.
Very good. Next, my dear, there is also a case.
There's also a case for introducing media regulations to ensure imperial coverage, impartial coverage of electoral issues is required from all broadcast and print media outlets. But in the timeframe between now and the elections, such a move seems unlikely to succeed. While there are certain things that the government can do, much of the onus much of the onus will fall on the Taiwanese people themselves, as we have seen with such issues that alleged ban on incense in Taiwan's temples. It is remarkably easy to a fake news story created in China to be lapped up by people and therefore has political ramifications in Taiwan.
Okay, so this one, my dear, how are you going to pronounce this word?
Alleged, alleged,
Alleged.
alleged.
There. And this word?
Ramifications,
Ramifications.
ramifications,
Rami.
rami,
Ramifications.
ramification,
Not Rami. Ramifications.
rami, rami,
Fications.
ramification.
Very, very good. Very good job. Next, my
Can you
dear.
pronounce alleged again?
Alleged.
Alleged,
There.
alleged. Okay.
Do you got it now,
Um,
my dear?
yes.
Okay, perfect. Taiwanese people.
Taiwanese people are prone to accepting what they read or hear at first glance, especially if it comes from someone they know and trust. This stems from an education system which is focused on absorbing information rather than encouraging critical thinking. The
Okay.
24-hour media cycle and near universal use of apps like Line and Facebook to disseminate news makes it very easy for false story to spread and be accepted as true quickly.
Okay, so my dear, how do you pronounce this word again?
Facebook,
Facebook.
Facebook,
Very good. So that's also the same pronunciation when we say I love your face.
I love your face,
There, not face, it should be face.
face.
Very good. Next.
The Taiwanese people need to be aware of this. They must learn to cast a critical eye over what they read and see in the coming months rather than just blindly accepting what they are told. Political party and the government can assist in this by being transparent and open as possible. The government should also consider introducing a fact-check service on government websites to enable them to quickly counter any false narratives that are taking hold across the country. Taiwanese elections are always rough and tumble affairs, and this year's promise to be no different. Truth could well be in short supply, but regardless of political allegiance, all
Allegiances.
allegiances, all Taiwanese people should be united in ensuring that these elections are run on the basis of Taiwanese issues and not the distorting influence of the country's neighboring superpower.
Okay, thank you so much, my dear, for reading that out to me again. Let us go ahead and practice these mispronounced words. Okay, let's start from page 28.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so how are you going to pronounce this again?
Interfere.
Very good. How about this word on page 29?
Legislature.
Very good. This word?
Councils.
Very good. This one?
Sovereignty.
Very good. This?
Electoral.
Electoral.
Interfere. Electoral.
Next?
Interference.
Good. Next?
Neighboring.
Cool. Next?
Everyone.
Very good. Next?
Elections.
This word.
outlets,
Cool. Next.
affairs,
Cool. Next.
community,
Okay, cool. This.
parties,
All right, next one.
candidates,
Okay, this one.
alleged,
Very good. This one.
ramification,
Rami.
rami,
Very good. Ramifications.
ramification,
Very good. This word.
Facebook,
Cool.
Facebook,
Cool. And this one.
uh, allegiance,
Allegiances.
allegiances.
Very good. Now we will be doing the vocabulary and the grammar. So let us go ahead and know first the meaning of these unfamiliar words. And let us start with the word. Hold on. Okay, cool. Oh, let us start with the word interfere. Or should I say, what was the first highlighted word? It is interference.
Yes,
So, do you know what this interference means?
yes.
Okay, can you tell me in your own words what does it mean?
In the next few hundred years, Taiwan could never get rid of the interference from China.
Oh, that's a very good example, but unfortunately I was not able to catch that. But can you tell me first what does it mean?
Can I type it up?
Yes, please. Your sample sentence first,
Okay,
and then we will see or we will check what does it mean.
sure.
Thank you.
Okay, it's done. China. Hello?
Oh, yeah, dear. Sorry. Hello?
Hello? Yeah,
Okay,
it's done.
cool. Okay, cool, cool. Sorry about that. I think my connection is lost too. Now, let us go ahead and do the meaning or read the meaning of the word interference. Again,
Sure.
it is to be involved into something that you should not be involved. So, could you please read your sample sentence again?
In the next few hundred years, Taiwan could never get rid of the interference from China.
Very good job. Very good. And it only shows that in your sentence, sorry, that China is really the most powerful country in the world or in Asia.
Yeah.
Next, you said brazen. There, brazen. So when we say brazen, so this word is actually it's actually a describing word, and it means to done, to have it done in a very open and shocking way without not choking. Oh, not choking. Shocking. Shocking way without being being ashamed or embarrassed.
It's similar word like blunt.
Yes, most probably it is the same meaning as blunt, or it is It is also the same as bold. You know, when we say bold, it
Yes.
means you're not shy. So there. Now, my dear, can you please give me your sample sentence? Using this word, brazen.
Um, the sales, the salesman is taking a brazen move
Sorry,
while
the salesman
is taking a brazen move
mhm,
while proposing a new project.
proposing a new project.
Yes.
Very good. Very good with your sentences, my dear. I really like it.
Thank
And
you.
also this one. So, next word. Hold on. Let me check. So, next one is destabilize. Do you know what destabilize means?
Which word?
Here, three, destabilize.
To make it unstable.
To make it unstable. Okay, cool. And what is this word?
Verb.
Very good. Ooh. To make it unstable.
Yeah.
Very good. And can you please give me out your sample sentence?
Um, it's easier to destabilize a country than stabilize it.
It's
Than
easier
stabilize it.
to destabilize a
A country
country than
than
to stabilize it.
uh than stabilizing it.
Stabilizing it here.
Yeah, because is there there's no two. Yeah, there's a
Oh,
than.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Very good job. This one is correct. Very good. Next word. How about the word? Oops. Next word is overthrow.
Overthrow.
Yeah. What do we mean when we say overthrow, and what is this word?
Uh,
Overthrow.
I know that word, but I could not remember it now.
It's okay.
It's
So,
okay, easy.
it's actually a verb.
Yes, I know, but I forgot the meaning.
It's okay. It is to remove a person from his or her power there, especially by force.
Oh,
Uh-huh. Especially by force. So it's like the same as impeachment.
okay.
Okay? So, can you give me out a sample sentence using this word?
Um, the former president of Zimbabwe is recently overthrown from his presidency.
The former president of Zimbabwe was overthrown. Do I get it right?
Overthrown from his presidency
His
recently.
presidency recently. There, right?
Yes.
Very good. Cool, cool, cool. Next, number five word. Let me see. How about the word whilst or whilst? Sorry, it should be whilst.
I don't know this word. I saw it before.
Yeah. Actually, this came from the root word while. Yeah, while. And this is a conjunction. Conjunction.
It's
So,
like
Sorry?
The, it's like although or
Yes, that's right.
okay,
And its main word is while. Ah, main
okay.
word is while. Most probably, this is the British form of saying while.
Okay.
Whilst. Okay? So, can you give me out a sample sentence using this word, my dear?
Um, whilst he is poor,
Whilst he is poor,
he he works very hard.
he worked or works.
Works.
Very good. Cool. Nice. This is a perfect way of using whilst.
Okay.
Next one. Number 6 vocabulary word is mm, legislature.
Is that mean the people who make the laws?
Um, legislature, it is actually, it came from the root word legislation or legislate. And yeah, it is actually a group of people who create laws, right? You said?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, very good. That's right. Legislature is a group of people who created laws or who create laws.
So legislation means the law, the process of making law.
Yes, that's right. There. And legislature are the group of people who are doing the legislations. So, could you please give me a sample sentence using the word legislature?
Um, most of the legislature, most
Most
of the Taiwanese legislature are always fooling around.
are always fooling around.
Yes.
Oh, sorry. There, very good. Legislatures.
Legislatures.
There. So thank you so much for that one, my dear. I really appreciate that. Next, number 7 vocabulary word. How about the word hostility? What do we mean with the word hostility?
That means we are welcome others. We are treating others like uh, one of our own.
Okay.
When, yeah, when people are visiting us.
Okay. Actually, the word
Oh,
that you're,
that's hostile. That means
yeah,
you
it's
that you
the
usually
different meaning. Yes, it's the different meaning.
you
S-
usually got confused.
It's okay. So this is actually a noun. This is also a noun. Forgot to include. So the one that you're talking about being friendly and not, you know, welcoming others, it's hospitable.
Hospitable.
Yeah, here, hospitable.
That means people who are generous.
Yes, and always welcoming others, kind like that, generous. So those people are what we call hospitable.
Hospitable. Hostility.
Hostility is the antonym of the word hospitable. And again, this is an unfriendly attitude that can cause war.
Okay.
Okay. So, my dear, can you please give me a sample sentence using this word?
Mm, kids who got bullied all the time are usually in hostility.
In hostility?
Yes.
Okay. Actually, we can use are usually hostile.
Yeah.
And it's okay. Hostile. There. So very good job. Because the most important thing for me is you to understand what this word means. Next, number 8, regime.
Regime.
So what is this word first?
The power of a country.
The power of the country. And what is this word first?
I'm sorry.
Is
What's the
this a
word?
noun? Yeah.
It's noun. Yeah.
Very good. So you said it is the power of a country.
Yes.
Okay. It is actually the government itself.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Or a system of the management. Of management, yeah. There. You got it there?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So, can you please give me out a sample sentence using this word?
Mm. The regime of Taiwanese government,
The,
the Taiwanese regime
oh,
is
sorry. Hold on. The
okay.
The Taiwanese
Taiwanese regime is extremely limited.
extreme limited. There. There, you got it right.
Yeah.
Okay, very good. It is limited because most of it was the influence of China.
Yes.
There. Very good. Next one. After the word regime, how about the word sovereignty?
Sovereignty.
Sovereignty. So, do you have um do you have any idea?
I learned this word. That means like a democratic part or
Yes, democratic part. Or, oh yeah, this is right. Democratic, or we can say the freedom, or unlimited power over the country. There. Okay.
okay.
So, the people, or yeah, the people, we called it sovereign. Sovereign people.
Okay.
There. We actually have that on our law because I have studied it on the political science subject. So we are saying we, the sovereign people of the Philippines. It means we, the free people of the Philippines, like that.
Okay.
So there. And can you please give me out a sample sentence using the word sovereignty? Sovereignty.
Mm, the sovereignty of each individual in a democratic country is
Sorry. The
independent.
sovereign. Sorry, my dear. I'm so sorry. The sovereignty of each individual.
Individual in a democratic country
Hmm.
is independent.
Very good. This one is right. It is really independent that you can do anything that you wanted, also killing other people.
Okay.
That's how sometimes sovereignty or being free all the time is not good in one's country because it's weakening the discipline of people living in a country. Next, how about provoking?
Provoking is if it's provoke, that means a verb.
Yes,
To irritate someone.
very good. To irritate someone that can cause a fight. So, can you please give me a sample sentence using this word?
The kid is constantly provoking others
Provoking.
because he wants to get attention.
Is it she or he?
He.
Okay, cool. And very good job with using the provoking. So next, we will do the next word, which is, where is that? Outrage. So, are you okay, my dear?
Yeah, I'm
Okay, cool. So when we say outrage, what is this word first?
fine. It's a verb.
Ah, it's a noun.
It's a noun.
Yes.
Um, that means someone become extremely angry.
Oh, if that is the thing, then it will be a verb. Yeah. To
So
m-
it can be
uh,
verb too.
yes, it can be a noun, it can be a verb, depends on how it was used in a sentence. But on this part, according to your example or according to your meaning, it is a verb.
Okay.
So let us see how it was used. Much more outrage. Yeah, it is a verb in the sentence provided on the article, of course. So to make someone very angry or very mad. So can you please give me out a sample sentence using this word?
The father became outraged when his son broke his
Oh, sorry, when his son.
camera.
Okay. Again, is do I write it correctly?
Yes.
The father became outraged. Became is a past tense, so this another verb should be in a present tense. Became outraged when his son broke his camera. Very good. So in between two past tense, there should be a present tense. Okay?
Okay.
Thank you. Next word. So the next word is, hold on.
I actually marked the word I don't understand in red.
Okay, unduly. Let's start with unduly.
Okay.
12. Oh, sorry. Or let me just type in all the words first, the ones in red. Unduly. Next is Brexit. Brexit is actually a place.
Okay. Let's skip it.
Yeah. Unduly onus, laptop. 13 onus, and then 14 laptop, and then next one disseminate. That's it. Disseminate. So let's start with the unduly first. So when we say unduly, it is actually a verb, adverb actually, because of the ly, it becomes an adverb,
Okay.
and it means to an extreme. unreasonable, or unnecessary extent. There. Do you got it, my dear? To an extreme, unreasonable, or unnecessary extent manner.
That means um
Like uncontrollable, or it's like it's really pissing you off.
okay.
Do you got it, my dear?
I think so. Like
So,
outrage.
outrage, yes. But not totally about getting mad. It is just being stubborn. Do you know what
Okay.
stubborn means?
Yes.
Yeah, so it's similar as stubborn. Next, onus. Onus is a noun and it means the responsibility for something. Okay?
Okay.
So for the laptop, when we say laptop, actually, let me see how it was used in the sentence again. Try not to be lapped up. It is remarkably easy to a fake news story created in China to be lapped up by the people and therefore has split ramifications in Taiwan. It's like to overpower or overlap,
Okay.
to overlap something.
Okay.
So for this one, it is lapped up. It is a verb.
That means China has more power than us.
Yes, of course. And it means to overlap.
Okay.
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 Lastly, disseminate. When we say disseminate, okay, do I spell it out correctly here? Disseminate. Yeah, okay, right. So disseminate is actually a verb. Dissemination is a noun. And when we say disseminate, it is to cause someone to go to many people. To go to many people. Yeah. To cause someone or to cause such information instead. To go to many people. Like to go viral.
Okay. Like to spread information.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Do you got it, my dear?
Yes.
Okay. So, my dear, since we do not have enough time for this one, on our
Okay.
next meeting, if it will be possible or if you will be re enrolling, I would like to see some sample sentences on your own regarding this or the rest of the words provided here.
Okay.
Okay? And do you have any other questions for me today?
No. Thank
Okay.
you.
You're most
Great
welcome,
lesson.
my dear. What is that? Sorry?
Uh, I mean, it's a great lesson today.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I really, really appreciate that. I'm so happy. And
Thank
thank
you.
you as well. And enjoy the rest of your day, okay?
Okay, you too. Take
Thank
care.
I will. Thank you, my dear. Bye
Thank
bye.
you. Bye bye.